Hey YouTube, and thanks for watching Junkworks Garage. I did a video of putting together this shelf and comparing it to some other shelves. It's a pretty long video, so I'm going to go ahead and shorten that up and just show this Amazon shelf and putting it together. But at the end of this, I'm also going to end it with my thoughts, because obviously I'm using it, it has stuff on it, but I do have some thoughts about it and they're not great. So at the end of this, I will tell you what those thoughts are. Even though I like the shelf, I'm happy I got the shelf, there are things about it I'm not so happy with. So stay tuned to the end to find out that. I will have a link below to the Amazon one that I bought. Other than the screws you would use to anchor it in the wall that it comes with, there are no screws or tools that you really need, I don't believe anyway, other than a mallet. Cheap Harbor Freight mallet, rubber mallet here. You could probably use any kind of a hammer you wanted to use. It's just how gentle do you want to be with it. Regardless, I got a couple of these put together here, and what I'm doing is I'm starting with the bottom, and it comes with a bunch of these right here, and these are just kind of the uprights. I mean, everybody's seen these metal shelves before. I will say these feel like they're hopefully going to be a little sturdier than a normal metal shelf, like those green ones you used to get back in the day that screwed together. But time will yet tell here. Regardless, we get these right here. It's a keyed hole is what I would call that. Hopefully you can see that. You want the key pointed down, so gravity pulls the shelf down into the smaller area, which is what locks it in. And then you're going to have a bunch of these, some long ones and some short ones. They got the little buttons on it right here and here that go into those corresponding holes. Now these also, hopefully you can kind of see that there's a hole right here in that there. That needs to be facing up, which then you get a bunch of these right here, which they have an end on them like that that goes into that corresponding hole and hooks into that and is your cross brace that holds up your shelf. Now I have these ones as if they're the back wall. Pretend there's a wall back here where I have all the parts and pieces, and that's the back right there. Now we're going to put the front together yet again. The key pointed down, and we want the L bracket pointed towards each other. Hopefully that makes sense to you. And I am going to put that one there. I got another one set up over there, and I'm yet again going to just put the cross brace across the bottom here. Now I'm just going up one hole, so to speak, one keyway up. Oh, and make sure, see that goes there, so I need this one that way, and I need the hole facing up. So I'm going up one keyway towards the bottom. I don't need it to be real high off the ground for any reason. And it's just as easy as that. You figure out which keyways you want it in, where you want your shelf at, and knock these in. And then in the end, it'll look like that, only I have it upside down. This, yet again, this right here is going to be the bottom of the shelf here. So the whole thing needs to flip over, and it'll sit like that. And that will fall over on me. Now we got them facing each other here a bit. We're going to take our smaller ones. The flat part here needs to face up. This is where your shelf is going to ride, on this edge right here. So this needs to be not only on the inside where the shelf is, but it's going to hook in to the same spot on the bottom down there. Now, for right now, I'm actually going to take and up here So for now though, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put one right here just to kind of hold them for now. And I'm just going to kind of push it in there for now. I'm not going to go ahead and bring it all the way in. And I'm just doing this obviously to kind of hold it, just to give myself the spacing and things like that. And I'll just kind of hold this as if I'm got it put together here. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom in the exact same spot that the two front ones are down here on the bottom, but I am going to go ahead and lock it in. All right. So that is the whole bottom right there. I think I want my next shelf to be around 20 inches. You know, I'm going to stick with 2 feet actually, I believe, because that'll give me a little, I want heavier stuff on the bottom. So I want this to be a little bit higher than the rest of them. And the stuff I'm going to put in this is kind of in buckets and could stick up a ways. So I think I'm going to go with 2 feet, which makes me happy. Yet again, you got to figure this out for yourself. I'm going to go with 2 feet, or close to it, whatever this is. It's pretty close to that. And shelving is almost nothing at all, so you'd have to add, you know, couple millimeters would be pushing it. So right there we're at 23 inches, so I'd have to move it up one more. So because I wanted 20, I ended up with 23. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I got that right. I'm going to go count 9 on the other side and bring that top one down just like I did on this one. So next up, we got these right here, little bracket things. And I believe, yet again I could be wrong, but those are what make it so you can put the next layer on here. If you look at this bracket right here, there's definitely a spot where this comes down to. I guess it probably really wouldn't matter, but because I put that one on this way, I'm going to put this one on this way. And it's just the little tongue. There's a little tongue right there, and this is peeled up. And I figure that's probably a stronger way than if I turn it around this way and it's peeled down, because then this is going to want to naturally, see that hole right there? They've actually peeled that down, like punched it and then folded it over, and that's what makes the little thing right here. So it naturally is going to want to close back into that hole. So if you turn that that direction, it'll hold up more weight. It just will. It's physics. Not that I know much about physics, but that I do know how metal bends. Spent a lot of years bending metal. And we're gonna have to bang them in, so. Oh, almost messed up. I want this to be 15 inches or so from here. Doing a lot of or so's. Let's see, making sure that's facing the right direction yet again. That's, ooh, unfortunately that puts me right where that little thing is there. Now I could probably drill that out, but I'm just going to go to the next one up, and we're going to call it a day. I'll be at 16 inches or 15 and a half maybe, I don't know. 15.5 inches is where I ended up at. Now it's time for the cross pieces. And then you bring in your shelf. I don't know if it matters what direction it goes, so I'm not going to worry about it. Except for if I have to change everything to get it in. There we go. That gives the shelf. One thing I gotta say, they got the cross pieces here. I don't know how great those hold things side to side here. You might be able to bend those in and it might hold a little better, but I'm gonna let it be for now. But something I do like is anywhere where there's not one, there's one here and one here. But right here and here and here and here and here and here, they have two pieces of bar going across instead of just one, so that really stiffens that up really well. And I got a whole bunch of these egg carton or milk carton crates that I put metal and stuff in, so that we'll test the weight capacity of this. I don't know what the weight capacity is. That is up to you to figure out. I kind of like the way I have this. So I got the bottom is, I can put heavier stuff and higher, taller stuff there. And then the next one up, I can put a little bit heavier and taller stuff because it's a little bit higher. And then the next one, next two, are just barely above, enough to where I can comfortably grab a hold of this to get it in and out, or grab a hold of it this way, whatever I decide to do, and I can comfortably get it out. But it keeps me from overfilling them to a point where I have top heavy shelves. Same with this one here, and I don't even know if I'm going to use the top one for much of anything. If I do, it will be for probably long pieces of metal or something like that, that it'll be up over my head, but sticking out maybe. We'll see. It also comes with these right here that you pull apart, and you can put them on the bottom and the top. I'm not going to bother with it. I know this is going to get moved around a bunch, and it's probably going to end up overweight, and these things always just break and fall off anyway. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not worried about my floor being scratched, so not going to worry about it. It's been a couple months later, and as you can see, I got this thing pretty well filled up with junk. From here over on the top is going to change, but right now it's holding stuff I need it to. This entire shelf here all the way across is going to change, but it's holding stuff that I need held right now. From here down, it's hard to see because I have crap in the way, but if I move this chair, which I kind of keep here so I can sit on to do my lift, that's a whole nother story of laziness, but regardless, if I move that out of your way, you can see I have a whole bunch of these milk carton crate things, and they work really well for storing my metal stuff, and that's kind of why I bought this, was to get these things out of the area they were in. And they have worked very well. Now, caveat on the shelf. I really wanted these grates, and I'm sure that during that video somewhere somebody's hollering, you're gonna hate having those, and I'll be honest, I'm not happy really with the grates. Although, yet again, like I said, for fire resistance, that's gonna work great. Although there's a cardboard box here that'll go up in flames, but that's a whole nother story. But regardless, for fire, for dust, for all those kind of things, yes, these kind of things work great. But if you're trying to pull something in and out of these, they don't slide worth a ding. And I assumed they would slide better than this. They're very... Oh, something fell behind here. Oh, you rotten thing. It's just because I'm doing it on video, that's why. But regardless, I am not very happy with how these slide. You can see once they're on there, it's okay, but this lip catches everything. And because these milk crates allow things to stick through the bottoms of them, there's a few of these that there's some stuff that's sticking down through the bottom, and I can't, like, I'm gonna have to like dig at it to get it out, or lift up on it and get under there and push the stuff. It's not working. It's just not working. But as far as the shelf holding stuff, it's great. It's holding everything I want and then some. But I do believe I'm gonna wind up not probably putting board on here. I'm gonna go buy the cheapest thin, probably some of this type of stuff, like galvanized sheet metal of some sort, or some sort of sheet metal that I can cut to size and lay on top of this, just so I can get slide stuff in and out easier, because it really, stuff does not slide on this very well at all. There's nothing in front of that. It should come out, but it's not coming out. If I lift up on it, it still gets caught on something. And trying to put it back in is impossible. So it's not working. That part of it's not working so great, just so you're aware. All in all, the shelf is very sturdy. Very happy with how much stuff I can get on it. It's gotten a ton of stuff out of my way so I can get to cleaning my garage more. Happy with the shelf in general. Not happy with my choice of the type of shelving that came with it. I don't like the wire rack, and I really thought I would, but I don't. So for those of you that didn't already know that I was going to have a problem with that, there you go, now you know. Thanks for watching Junkworks Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and obviously master of none. You all have a good one.